One of the most powerful features in Excel is the ability to calculate numerical information using formulas. Just like a calculator, Excel can add, subtract, multiply, and divide. In this lesson, we'll show you how to use cell references to create simple formulas. Mathematical operators. Excel uses standard operators for formulas, such as a plus sign for addition, a minus sign for subtraction, an asterisk for multiplication, a forward slash for division, and a caret for exponents. All formulas in Excel must begin with an equals sign. This is because the cell contains, or is equal to, the formula and the value it calculates. Understanding cell references. While you can create simple formulas in Excel manually, for example, equal 2 plus 2 or equal 5 asterisk 5, most of the time you will use cell addresses to create a formula. This is known as making a cell reference. Using cell references will ensure that your formulas are always accurate because you can change the value of referenced cells without having to rewrite the formula. By combining a mathematical operator with cell references, you can create a variety of simple formulas in Excel. Formulas can also include a combination of cell references and numbers, as in the examples. To create a formula. In our example, we'll use a simple formula and cell references to calculate a sum of quarter 1. Select the cell that will contain the formula. In our example, we'll select cell B4. Type the equals sign. Notice how it appears in both the cell and the formula bar. Type the cell address of the cell you want to reference first in the formula, cell B2 in our example. A blue border will appear around the referenced cell. Type the mathematical operator you want to use. In our example, we'll type the addition sign. Type the cell address of the cell you want to reference second in the formula, cell B3 in our example. A red border will appear around the referenced cell. Press Enter on your keyboard. The formula will be calculated, and the value will be displayed in the cell. If the result of a formula is too large to be displayed in a cell, it may appear as pound signs instead of a value. This means the column is not wide enough to display the cell content. Simply increase the column width to show the cell content. Modifying values with cell references. The true advantage of cell references is that they allow you to update data in your worksheet without having to rewrite formulas. In the example, we have modified the value of cell B2 from 2668 to 3000. The formula in B4 will automatically recalculate and display the new value in cell B4. Excel will not always tell you if your formula contains an error, so it's up to you to check all of your formulas. To create a formula using the point and click method. Rather than typing cell addresses manually, you can point and click on the cells you want to include in your formula. This method can save a lot of time and effort when creating formulas. In our example, we'll create a formula to calculate the cost of different products. Select the cell that will contain the formula. In our example, we'll select cell D2. Type the equals sign. Select the cell you want to reference first in the formula, cell B2 in our example. The cell address will appear in the formula, and a dashed blue line will appear around the referenced cell. Type the mathematical operator you want to use. In our example, we'll type the multiplication sign. Select the cell you want to reference second in the formula, cell C2 in our example. The cell address will appear in the formula, and a dashed red line will appear around the referenced cell. Press Enter on your keyboard. The formula will be calculated, and the value will be displayed in the cell. Formulas can also be copied to adjacent cells with the fill handle, which can save a lot of time and effort if you need to perform the same calculation multiple times in a worksheet. To edit a formula. Sometimes you may want to modify an existing formula. In the example below, we have entered an incorrect cell address in our formula, so we'll need to correct it. Select the cell containing the formula you want to edit. Click the formula bar to edit the formula. You can also double-click the cell to view and edit the formula directly within the cell. A border will appear around any referenced cells. In our example, we'll change the second part of the formula to reference cell B2 instead of cell C2. When you're finished, press Enter on your keyboard or select the Enter command in the formula bar. The formula will be updated, and the new value will be displayed in the cell. If you change your mind, you can press the ESC key on your keyboard or click the Cancel command in the formula bar to avoid accidentally making changes to your formula. To show all of the formulas in a spreadsheet, you can hold the Control key and press grave accent. The grave accent key is usually located in the top left corner of the keyboard. You can press Ctrl+ again to switch back to the normal view.